Hey yo, what up? What up? This Lemek with Selah Sports TV back at you with a real quick one. Real quick. Uh so the Lakers lost again, right? The Lakers lost. Um what we're looking at, let's go ahead and try to make this a little bit bigger. Let's make that bigger. Yep, let's make that bigger. What we're looking at is the box score from yesterday's Lakers game between the Lakers and the Sacramento Kings, where the Lakers lost that game 132 to 127. Okay. What we're looking at is the stat line because it's really important to look at this bullshit. Okay. Now, if you see clearly, and if you can't, I'm gonna put the cursor right here, right there. This is what I want you to focus on. That highlighted number right there, which is turnovers. Okay. This is turnovers. This is the turnover column. See AD, 42 minutes, shot 50%, 11 for 22, 50% from 3, 1 for 2, 7 for 8 from the stripe, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, and another 2 steals, right? The guy is playing ball this year, okay? He's balling. He's balling. 30 points. AD put up 30 points. 30 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals. Okay? No turnovers. Let's look at LeBron James. 39 minutes, 11 for 19, 3 for 8 for 3, 2 for 6 from the stripe. Right? Not even 50% from the foul line. Right? 15 rebounds, which is really good, right? 8 assists, 8 fucking turnovers. 8 turnovers, bro. 8. I told you he's already the league, the career league leader, all-time leader in turnovers in the NBA. And last night he had another 8. 8. Okay? Well, a lot of you guys are saying, what's the big deal? He gets turnovers every fucking game. You're right. Now let's go and let's listen to the media, right? And let's see what the media has to say. And by media, I'm talking about these two bozos. Well, really three. These 3 bozos, but namely Stephen A. Smith and one Shannon Sharpe. Okay, let's listen to their take.
Can the Lakers count on this version of a...
Actually, I'm gonna take them off camera because I don't want nothing. I don't want them to hit my channel. So we'll just listen. Let's listen to these cocksuckers, okay?
AD that dropped 30 points, had 16 rebounds last night?
They can count on his numbers being that if he's on the court. I believe in AD and his talent. My issue is that don't be a roller coaster and make sure you show up. Don't have Shannon Sharpe losing bets on national television before Valentine's Day where he's swearing up and down you're going to play 65 games. I have to confess.
Do you hear this shit? It's like even in a game where AD plays a great game, even when he plays great, when the Lakers lose, they're going to blame this guy. They're going to blame him no matter what. Only thing, if the Lakers lose, AD is going to take the blame. It doesn't matter what his numbers is. We clearly see that. It don't matter what kind of numbers he put up in the game. If they lose, AD has to get blamed. Listen.
I like what I've seen from AD the last couple of games. I don't care that they lost to Sacramento. That's going to happen in the close of a regular season.
He says he doesn't care, but you better believe it. If the Lakers had won that game, he wouldn't be criticizing AD. You know what they'd be doing? Talking about how great LeBron is. It's very lazy. Like if you watch these shows, this First Take and this Undisputed bullshit, like the journalism, like there is no journalism. Like the shit that they're doing is not even. It's almost like you got to be some type of baboon to find this shit. I was gonna say entertaining, but that's what they're into. It's all entertainment at this point. So Of course you find it entertaining because you're definitely not getting any news from it. You're definitely not getting any solid sports takes from this bullshit. Listen, watch. This is a game where AD was basically killing. Okay?
But LeBron and AD playing like that together, the Los Angeles Lakers could make some noise. Yeah. Period.
Did you hear any mention of 8 turnovers from LeBron James? Like, they don't think the 8 turnovers that LeBron James had played a part in this game. They went into overtime. The game went into overtime, and they don't think LeBron having 8 turnovers had anything to do with it. They didn't mention it. They didn't think LeBron shooting 2 for 6 from the fucking line had anything to do with the loss. Didn't mention that. It's all AD all the fucking time. Even when the guy is playing good ball. So that was Stephen A's take. Let's listen to Shannon Sharpe. Who's honestly, his take is even worse.
On the 20th anniversary, this was LeBron's first game when he first stepped into the league. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the officials was actually the official in LeBron's game 20 years ago. No, what AD needs to sell me is consistency. Okay. Because I remember that game against Denver when he had 1 rebound in the first half and 0 points in the second half. That's right. And he got mad because people criticized him.
You hear this shit? They're doing a hit piece on the guy. AD puts up 30, 16, 3, and 2, and they think is the best thing to do is to get on TV the next day and do a hit piece on that guy. Right? Not Austin Reeves, right? Who's done nothing since he got his check. Austin Reeves he forgot how to play basketball ever since he got that contract. He's been terrible. Right? But it has to be AD. Because that's what comes along with playing with LeBron. Like, I have no idea why anybody would want to play with this cocksucker, man. And if you think LeBron don't have nothing to do with this, you are very, very naive.
I'm saying, AD, under what estimation do you believe a guy, I'm going to take the $62 million that he make, I'm going to take that out of the equation. Okay. What top 75 anniversary guy can give his team 1 rebound in the first half and 0 points in the second half and escape criticism?
They're going back to the first game of the season. They're going back to the first game of the season to criticize the game AD had. They're ignoring the last 2, by the way, right? Last 2 games, the guy's been unstoppable pretty much. But it's convenient for their narrative to go back to the first game. The first game of the fucking season. And while they're doing that, they're ignoring LeBron James basically handicapping his team with the turnovers. LeBron James cutting his team off at the fucking knees with the turnovers. With the bad 3-point shots, with the horrible free throw shooting, right? They're just gonna ignore it. They're just gonna ignore it, and it's bad. It's like, and for some reason, we got basketball channels on YouTube. Like, this is like these guys aren't even mainstream, right? And they take these talking points and they apply them to their channel, and they fucking spew the same bullshit out. AD, right? This shit is fucking sickening. This is why the league, people are sick of it. People are over the NBA. Over it. The game is not being covered. I would say it's definitely not being covered properly, but it's not being covered well. It's just not being covered. It's not good. It's not a good product. The NBA needs a complete repackaging. Starting with Adam Silver being kicked the fuck off, like, out as commissioner. He needs to be gone. Adam Silver needs to go. Need to cut strings with China, right? Yeah, I'm saying all that, the real shit. Like these media pundits that's all like under LeBron's umbrella, they need to be gone. And get some real journalists in there. This is bullshit.
Shannon Sharpe, be careful. You sound like Stephen A.
No, but
That's what I've been saying.
I thought that was funny. One thing I've noticed, like people may not notice it, but these guys, there's tension on the set. There's lots of tension on this set. You can see that these guys do not. Shannon Sharpe is not willing to. He's not willing to engage in debate with Stephen A. the way he did with Skip Bayless. He's not. Part of that is Skip Bayless has a different makeup, I think. For all the douchebaggery that Skip Bayless had, and he is a douche, right? He could also, for the most part, Jalen Rose aside, for the most part, Skip Bayless can take it too, right? Right. Even if they go back and forth, it's not a big thing to Skip Bayless. Whereas Stephen A, he just comes across as a very, very petty dude, very petty. And these guys are not. They're not debating the way. They're not debating the way Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless would debate, or Stephen A and Skip Bayless, right? They're not debating in that same way. What you end up seeing is these guys agreeing, right? It's only so long. The show is doing great now because it's new, it's fresh, it's new. You know, people like Shannon Sharpe. Cool, all fine, well and good. But let's revisit that in a year, right?
That's what I tried to tell you.
I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, AD. Do you understand what is expected of you?
That's right.
If Jackson Hayes gave me that stat line, I don't bat an eye.
That's right.
But
not
that's
you.
Anthony Davis.
But not you, AD.
That's Anthony.
They really slammed this guy after the game he had and ignored LeBron's bullshit. 8 turnovers. They ignored it completely. So what that tells me is these guys, they're banking on idiots not watching the game and just going off of their talking points. Because if you watch the game, you know that this is bullshit. Anybody that watched the game, hell, you ain't even got to watch the game. You could just look at the stats and know that with this, you just do the math. Like, wait a minute, something is not adding up. AD is not why they lost the game. Why is this the talking point the next day? Last year, it was Russell Westbrook. Right? It was Russell Westbrook last year. It's always the next guy. It's never LeBron. LeBron could have had 12 turnovers, and it still would have been AD. They'd be going back to the first game to talk AD. Horrible product. That's all I got. If you like the video, bang off on that like button one time. Peace.